All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Sofa Justice Warriors. My name is Dell. You can find me on Twitter at ANRLizzy for Android Netrunner, which I usually stream on Wednesdays. But today, the Necromancer was just released on Diablo 3. It's the 6th class to show up after the 5th class came out in 2014, the Crusader. It is an int-based ranged class. It has a bunch of neat little mechanics where enemies that die leave corpses behind. You use those corpses to power your attacks. And we've poked around a little bit. I'm a dedicated hardcore player. I don't think there's any point to playing softcore. It doesn't help anyone. So we're going to be playing some hardcore Necromancer. I've leveled up just a little bit. It's non-seasonal, so I have a ton of Paragon levels helping out just a little bit. But let's get it rocking and rolling. Let's start it up. So let's see here. Let's get some powers from Cormac here. I think we want Inspire. Usually want Inspire. So, we got a couple powers here. Also, we're going to go to our inventory real quick and rejigger some Paragon here. Because we only need 15, and let's get a little Vitality. There we go. So, we're gonna do mostly riffs here just to get the randomization. But let's take a look at our skills. Bone Spikes. This is the primary skill. It's the one that generates essence, and I like it. It's range, so it's like I want everything over there to die. And the first rune, the very first rune, gives you a stun on it. 100% proc rate, no questions asked. It's not like Snake to the Face on Witch Doctor. Just those guys are stunned for a second, which is great because in Kanai's cube I have Haunt of Vaxo, so I basically have 100% uptime on Haunt of Vaxo proc. The right mouse button I have currently set to Revive. Remember those corpses I said killing enemies drops? This will reanimate them and also fears enemies. I'm thinking about putting the Pandemonium loop on the cube just to get some action there. Skeletal Mage, this is my Nova button. This one, normally it summons the little casters that fling darts or spells or whatever. This one summons a manga wizard with this particular rune on it, Singularity, as you can see there. Blood Rush is your escape. I always put the escape on 2. I have a mouse that has the numpad on the side, so 2 is right where my thumb rests normally for the escape button. It's a short-range teleport, costs some health, which is weird, but it's got a very, very short cooldown, which I really like. Army of the Dead is another ranged nuke button. 14,000% damage for 5 seconds sounds pretty good to me. And then the 4 is for your passive, like Magic Weapon or Gargantuan on other classes. So we got some skeletons. We got 7 skeletons that run around, and with the click of a button, they can double their damage and just basically deal 700% weapon damage, because there's 7 of them, and they each would deal 100%. Passives, there aren't a ton of good ones. I do like that the Cheat Death passive is at 41. That's one of the lowest ones after Witch Doctor at 30. We just got some attack speed bumps. The duration on the Mage and the Revive are both extended here. And then, since we have, two good poison skills that are going to be hitting a lot, Rigor Mortis is going to slow enemies down and reduce their attack speed. And now I am going to cop to a little bit of cheating, in that we have a a level 70 weapon that has a level requirement of 1 because of a gem that we might have leveled in Seasons. And then a crown with a ton of boosts there, and then 2 off skill, a Hellfire Amulet and a Hellfire Ring that are both off skill, but they still do some work. And they're giving us, 45% experience there. And all right, so without further ado, let's go into our first rift. I do like that the skeletons just passively show up, which is pretty cool. You don't have to click on them at the beginning and forget about it.
And you will survive.
So I'm not the best at Diablo, mostly because I am an inveterate chest opener. I can't walk away from stuff even when I'm leveling. Let's see what this does. Boom. All right. Wow. It makes it when you use the resurrect skill, which is the first time I'm using it, it actually turns them into the creatures from that they were, which is kind of neat. Yeah. And that means that if you resurrect a enemy that's a ranged enemy, you get a ranged ally. So we're just going to do a ton of clicking. Sorry about the noise from the clicking, but here we go. And so I'm not sure what the proc rate is on the actual corpses. It looks like they always drop them, but I don't think that's correct. As you can see, we are zipping through the levels. We're on Torment 1 since we have that broken, basically a level 70 weapon. But let's see who we got here. And we have summoned, okay, so the big bad that we summoned on our 1, that is faster and stronger than everything, he uses all your essence and deals damage. I'm not in love with the essence management on this, as far as how that goes. Just the fact that your stuff either costs 0 essence, like your skeletons and your golem that you can also resurrect or bring to life. So it feels a lot like there's not a lot of managing to do there. Demon Hunter is obviously the most fiddly. Oof, that nuke was fun. Demon Hunter is the most fiddly, but even Bard has the problems and the advantages of managing your rage, where it doesn't feel it doesn't feel quite like you are doing what you need to generate the magic that you're using. Let's see if we can find some enemies that don't melt instantly. So what's fun here is, like I said, I have a ton of stuff that is essentially broken level 70 gear just on me. And we will see how long this stuff remains relevant, because when it becomes equal with the monsters, it's gonna be what is my stream here? Right, that's 120-second cooldown. Yeah. All right. Yeah, these skeletons they do work. This is the pet class that we were promised with that witch doctor that ended up being mostly just a ranged spell, a ranged spellcaster. Who we got? Poor guy. So let's pick up some items and let's get out of here. Let's try another rift. So that was good for 5 levels.
I have long waited for this knowledge.
So we got 30 seconds to go through stuff. Let's see how fast we can do this. Pretty much all this stuff is automatically going to be stuff we can pitch, just because we're way higher level. I don't know that the Rondell's Locket's going to get there. We can see what Kane has to say about it. Stay a while and listen. Yeah, that's a garbage amulet that gives us minus 50% toughness. So we will probably just end up smelting that, actually. I don't think it's going to be relevant by the time we're ready to do stuff. So at one point, I was the 800th ranked witch doctor in all of Diablo. I played a ton of this, almost from launch. Maybe a week after launch is when I got into it. and I really connected with the Witch Doctor. He was super fun to play. I love the pet class. First legendary I got was a quiver, because this was before smart loot. But let's see here. They've done a lot to fix this game. I don't know that there's been a worse game to have played at launch than this, compared to how much better it got.
A mighty adversary is before us.
Just, it was so good. It was so good later, and so bad at launch. Let's not stand directly in the fire. I did run around face tanking at Torment 1, just like standing in the middle of every ground effect. And I was doing okay, but it's not necessarily going to be the best thing if I end up dying. So I'm keeping a close eye on my life meter at the same time that I'm rolling through this. But if you guys have any questions or want to see some other skills, obviously I'm only level 40, so I can poke around a bunch at stuff. These guys, their primary weapons are scythes and other one-handed weapons. Looks like they can't use two-handed weapons at all. Unlike Witch Doctors and Wizards, who can get that super slow, super strong attack. I really like that Resurrect, where you can just keep adding pets. This might be the class that makes Enforcer worth playing. Enforcer being one of the yeah, okay. Enforcer being the gem that gives you a bonus to your little pets. Yeah, I gotta move. That 120-second cooldown is just ridiculous. I gotta fix that. Yeah, I'm not sure what kids are gemming nowadays, what the consensus best builds are yet. I'm not too worried about it because I don't have any of it. Does anyone here play Seasons? Seasons in Diablo, which you might know better as ladders, back when... Oh, you can teleport through walls! Oh, thank God. So, formerly, only the monk was really the guy who could sequence break and skip. But the fact that the Necromancer can apparently go through walls too is awesome. Yeah, if his basic attack does have a problem, it's that it does...
Do not fear the end.
It does take a long time to cast. I don't know if cast time was ever a concern of theirs.
I must wait.
Alright. Yeah, I used to love the Witch Doctor for his ability to mop up better than most other classes. When it was time for clean up garbage mobs for the extra advancement, he was great for that. And this guy is weird because you want to engage and get something killed quickly to get those bodies that power stuff. Some of his other stuff is powered off whatever nearby corpses you can actually use. Looks like they drop them maybe 60% of the time. So it was whatever nearby corpses could be used to power stuff. But as it stands right now, we're just going to run around, clicking about, gaining mats, opening chests, and I wonder if I can get down there. Nope, sure can't. And we'll take the long way around. Yeah, I just can't help myself from clicking on everything. I'm sure pro speedrunners have trained that out of themselves, but I just can't. I don't know why I'm even picking up gold. I have... Ooh, the skull. It's a skull.
I have long waited for this knowledge. Weakness consumes you.
So does this cost essence? Yeah, no, it generates. You can see how much I care. I'm like looking at tooltips in the middle of combat. Yeah, I mean, that's what level 70 weapons will do, but the grind sucks, and I really don't want to get power level, because then I just don't know what I'm doing at all. That's interesting. So we got ourselves a Forgotten Soul, a Veiled Crystal. How long do they last? 19 seconds. Plus 25% for the rune that we have on there. So let's go talk to Auric, tell him what a good job we did. I think I want that nuke. Okay. So I want the... Alright. Here's what I'm going to scoot around. I'm going to scoot the mage over there and put the revive there. I want the nuke a little more out of the way because it's a little easy to trigger. And then... You're absolutely going to get all means consumed to heal 10% every 60 seconds. Alright. Because in hardcore, you need that cheat death passive. So let's take a couple look at our other new powers. I don't think we're ever coming off this sudden impact. That is just so fantastic that there's a stun right there. Life support. Risen mages cost 10%, but lasts an additional... I'll just take the good one. Take one good one. Transfusion. Heals for every enemy passing through. I don't think that matters too much. Ooh. This is Land of the Dead. All corpse skills can be used at will for 10 seconds. I don't know what a corpse skill is yet, but that definitely seems interesting. And then Army of the Dead, that's our 4. That's that 14,000 damage one. May knock towards the center. 50,000! Wow! Pretty sure we want that 50,000% weapon damage power. That is some kind of thing. Let's take a look at the stash real quick. None of this is reduced level requirement. Yeah, I sort my stuff, you know, where, oh, Cormac can wear that. Cormac, I have a present for you. Booyah. There you go, buddy. And we'll give you a mace. Boop. Excellent. And a shield? That's a helm. You know, I don't know that we need the power leveling, so let's get a better helm going. Or, maybe we do want the power leveling. Why am I selling garbage? I need to sell gems. I've never use these. Int, vitality, yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, so let's sell everything. Oh, missed a gem. There we go. And let's hit a hit another rift on our race to 70.
Enemies of the Nephilim surround you.
Power pile. Okay. Don't know that we need a power pylon, because we're already well above the power curve, but I will take it. I see, that's the thing, is I'm wasting time. Oh, there we go. Wasting time picking up single mats that I will never, ever use. At least I can not pick up gems for once.
You will make a fine corpse.
It's kind of confusing. I don't know who's on my side and who's an enemy at this point. Just have so many things on the screen. But let's keep exploring. Short floor. Yeah, it definitely has that same Witch Doctor thing where as if there's nothing to power it, if there's nothing to get you set up to use your stuff, it's kind of rough. Kind of need to wind up before you can swing here. Now, even though they are
I need essence.
even though they are, how you say, ranged, they don't really have true ranged powers, so they can't hit those bugs when the bugs fly off the edge, which is super annoying, but that's, you know, it is what it is. Can't have everything. We're just fearlessly clicking hardcore, and we're gonna let ourselves get stomped pretty quick here. Does anybody have a favorite tile set? I really dislike the ruins, the actual ruins that we got here. They're just not. They're not fun. They have a lot of backtracking that I'm not enthused about. I mean, I think we can all agree that either the graveyard from Act 5. Yeah, I keep attacking enemies that I think. Ooh. Do we have ourselves some class shoulders? What are these? Razzaloth's Volition. Skeletal Mage gains the Gift of Death rune. Well, they're a straight upgrade anyway. What is Skeletal Mage? Singularity. And what is Gift of Death? And he leaves a corpse behind. Okay. So we're going to keep that on Singularity. Command skeletons. Are there any? Oh, thank goodness. Yes. Sacrifice Dog was my favorite thing to do as Witch Doctor. So having Sacrifice Dog as power makes this really worth it. I do like that his generator attack that I have here is an AoE one. Just a good time. Res that. Open another chest. Can I get over there from here? Nope. Okay. I guess the question is this... This...
You do not fear the end.
What am I trying to say? I lost it. Come on, let's just get out of this place. It's not fun. I'm not sure what build-defining things we're going to find as we continue up, but everything still dies in one hit, so we're not going to do too much just yet. Oh, an amulet. Not gonna be any good, but see how we do. Extra speed there. Oh, the pathing. There we go. Alright, let's just get out of this place. Too many backtracks. Nothing wrong with Ethereal Land 3. Jungle's a pretty decent tile set. I ain't mad at it. You can get jumped, and it can go very badly for you if you get double elites right at the top, or right at the entrance. Let's see if this kills me.
I need no.
Looks like damage-wise I'm still doing okay. But we might have to kick it down from Torment 1 to hard after this. Looks like we're having a little bit of trouble killing stuff. That also just might be a factor of having incredibly low quality gear. I mean, we're not necessarily on magic instead of rares, but oh god, that is such a good power. And then all the skeletons come back. It's so good. And you basically get, as a if you have those skeletons up, you basically get a passive homing pads.
Impressive.
Just because they will fight off anything that comes towards you. I don't know if they can actually block hits. Let's give you this. It's not much, but it's something.
I will use this.
Toss that in there. Give you a sword. Boop. There we go. So, yeah, we're just straight up, you know, huge 10% boosts at all times. Big thing is no movement speed, not boots. So let's see here. That's just straight upgrade town. That'll be fine once we get some gems in there. We'll go 1, we'll go 2. Now we got gems. So yeah, we have Enforcer, Zay, Stone of Vengeance, because I feel like I want things over there to die, not near me. And then, of course, Bane of the Powerful, the most powerful gem in the game. Vambraces is fine. What else do we have? Anything that's a big boost here? I feel like that's not enough. Plus, we're not dealing cold damage, so it's not a passive thing. Oh, where did Squirt's necklace go? There we go. This Squirts is not going to replace our Hellfire unless it's got a socket, and it does not. Yeah. Nothing there. This is a strength one? Yeah. Nothing doing. Alright. Time to send it all to Hadrig. There we go. I don't know where this little orphan girl got like billions of gold to buy my stuff, but she sure did. So let's take a look here. You can see the phylacteries, the offhands. Interesting. We can craft one up, see what happens. Shattered Candle. Cosmos Marrow. It's definitely a step down. So I'm going to collapse some stuff here and take a look. I'm kind of curious. There are only 4 new phylacteries. 5, 26, 60, and 70. It's interesting. And pretty much all of them are worse than just a shield. You know, even with that 280 counted for. Now, these are not mojos. These are not nearly mojos. 9%, yeah. Just lower rolls than stuff many levels lower than it. Alright. We're going to have to kick this down to Master, probably. Let's see if we... Let's go down to Hard. Alright. Now, I am big time into making my character look cool.
Hey, lady, I got some new things.
Which is a huge, huge time sink. But it's important to me that the character that nobody else ever sees or means to look at, especially in, you know, Diablo, where the multiplayer is very perfunctory. You know, I like to play dress-ups. It's like The Sims, but you murder things. God, I gotta remember to hit that. What is it? Hit the soul thing, because you don't really spend that much. Oh my God, this is getting ridiculous. All right, hang on. All right, I got 10 monsters. Okay, max 10. Got it. I don't know if they have a. I don't know if the raised army folk have a particular thing that they're limited to. If they can only do a certain kind of thing. But apparently you are limited to 10 of them. But I don't know if they get any of the special attacks or special things of import of the other ones. Woohoo! Odious Collector, thank you. Let's make some more friends. Some more friends. That's all I want to do. I just want to run around as you know, a necromancer, necro-friender, and just make friends with people. That's nice. I think more classes should just, after you're done fighting the enemies, have them join you. It's like Mario Kart, you know? Bowser keeps kidnapping Princess Peach, but Mario keeps inviting him out. Alright, so we got our speed on. Casting ghosts. Clicking about. Yeah. I'm not sure if that gives you the... Oh, I never picked this up from last time. Alright. Like the powers of those creatures, or if there's a particular strategy to resurrecting only, like, cool and strong ones, rather than dumb and bad ones. God, I want to be able to double jump with that so bad.
My essence is too low.
Being able to shadow step would be absolutely dope. So yeah, welcome. This is Sofa Justice Warriors. Friend of mine's channel. He has me streaming for him just on Wednesdays to fill time and maybe spend some time with you, some of our beloved fans. Who is casting that stuff? Hang on. There we go. We just made a bunch more friends. Ha. Double elites. Not into it. I want to resurrect the big guy.
Decay and rot.
One of those mallet lords. Those guys seem like fun people to have on your team with you. Yeah, I think this definitely plays like the witch doctor we were promised. There's nothing wrong with that. But perhaps not as mechanically interesting as it could have been. Although I'm not sure how much room there is for more classes now. All right, here we go. Boom! Yeah, that is a good power to just sort of have in your back pocket. That mouse click 4. All right, let's go check our loot. We picked up shield at one point, so thank you, Auric, for that. And let's go take a look at our shield. A gloom guide. The freeze of deflection. So I think plus 30% toughness sounds pretty good to me. You get a better belt. We're not casting Siphon Blood too much. And all this stuff pretty much seems like a step down. Yep. So let's sell it to work.
I can't believe what people
Sell that. Smelt the rest. Thank you, Hadrig, for your tireless service. And I don't know if anything has reduced level requirement. We'll find out real quick. Looks like not yet. Yeah, so I'm looking at some of the gear. Obviously, you can wear Zunis, which is interesting that Zunimasa's stuff fits on the Necromancer, but like Arakir's does not. So certain set classes like Veer's Sightless Skull, Jade's apparently fits, and then they have their own scythes, these one-handers that they run around with. Let's do one more rift here, see if we can get to 60 and get something neat.
Brave the
Yeah, I think you just want to keep an eye on
My essence is too low.
your essence, and as soon as it fills up, just hit that the spirit buddy.
Your death nears.
Glorious development.
Man, you guys don't even know the witches, those succubuses, were such a pain in vanilla Diablo. They were actually good at dodging hits, and they had a debuff. That ball was about twice as fast, and it was a debuff that would just hit you, and you would be taking extra damage for a long time. And they paired them with these the big teleporty guys. So you'd end up weakened to physical damage, and then a monster that dishes out tons of only physical damage right next to you. I'm definitely getting flashbacks to when I was playing a witch doctor who had a very unique talent set, and literally any closed door he could not progress past. He had one like massive cooldown skill that was the only way for him to open doors. So, suffice to say, didn't spend a ton of time in greater rifts where you can't switch over to something and switch back real quick without that. got our skeletal mage going, helping us out there. We just made some new friends. So one of his powers that I'm not using is the ability to blow up every corpse in the area. I feel like that's always gonna sound better than it actually is, just because if there's a bunch of corpses, that means there aren't a bunch of enemies, you know? So if there's enemies and no corpses, you can't use it because there's no corpses. But if there's corpses and no enemies, then everything's dead. This is new. I've never been here before, I don't think. It's a brand new area. Kind of wish I didn't discover this in a rift. Oof. Alright, we got some blood shards.
All must serve the cycle.
Alright. We got friends. Okay, yeah, I just saw the Punisher there use his launch attack when he was our undead friend. So I believe they do keep their special attacks. Oh, thank you, Bridges, about the Mohawk compliment. Appreciate it. I actually had a friend of mine do this up for me. I'm pretty ecstatic about it.
I understand so much more now. Decay and rot.
Yeah, that I need a Ether Walker best time on this class. Just something that lets me spam the escape button. That 5-second cooldown is cool, but if it was better, if I could just use it at a cost of maybe life per time.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Oof-da. Pick up all that. Go run grab some gold. Gold. Gold is completely meaningless. I'm rocking just over 1.1 billion. So it's not gold is not really a concern, it's just habit. Again, seasonal plays is absolutely where it's at. It's just not... Ooh, this increased bone spear... it's not bone spear, that's bone spikes. We'll give that to you. There you go. Enjoy it. Enjoy it in good health. Yeah, none of these are any good.
A fine choice.
Just the bad weapons. That's nice. Just a straight upgrade. We will get a nice little blue cloak on. It's good looking. Squirt, give me money.
Yes?
Hang on to that ruby. You never know.
Over it,
Never know. Anything here unlocked yet? These unlock at 60. I definitely want those. I want Kool-Aid regeneration. Yeah, Kool-Aid. Oh, I already have Kool-Aid. Interesting. All right. see here. Any of this unlocked yet? Nope. Nothing over here is a puzzle ring that I do not intend on using. And a Hellfire amulet that does me nothing. So just stow that puzzle ring over there. Alright. Let's do one more. What are we now? 55. Pestilence battle boots. Alright. Into the rift.
Strong enough to survive the trials?
These enemies defy all reason.
I mean, the pets are cool, I don't know that they're actually doing enough damage to be... Oh, I want to resurrect these guys so bad. There we go. Oh, they're little now. Aw. I thought they'd be bigger. Alright, teleport's got a good range on it at least.
This world can abide you no longer.
Yeah, we're just still so wildly overpowered. And then, I'm curious, once we do hit 61, 65, when you're in that weird zone where there just isn't any good gear, or where the gear only exists at 61 and 66, and all the rest of it just isn't there. I'm curious how it's going to stack up. Look at that menagerie. I feel like I can just walk and let them do it. We got some gold? Alright. That's right, I went back to pick up 2,000 gold to add to my 1 billion.
Weakness consumes you.
Let's see here.
You will make a fine corpse. I need essence.
Sorry if I'm not quite as chatty as you would expect. I'm just hoping we can get some more people asking questions and opinions. You guys want to see me use a different skill, maybe? I'll go over what they are after this rift, after I hit 61 and I can use that Kool-Aid. God, I hate Mortal Incinerators. My custom designed gem, if I was going to design a gem to be slotted in, would be a gem that let you pick an enemy, and then it had a less % chance to spawn, or you dealt more damage to it, and at level 25, it was banned from appearing in rifts. Just the RNG would not allow you, or would not allow the game to spawn. I think that would be ideal.
Do not fear the end. No.
It's 3. Oh, I don't have 50 essence, that's why.
All must serve the cycle.
Alright, so we'll just speed over everything forever. Rising runners, okay.
Your death nears.
I can't say enough about how many good changes they made to Diablo 3 since launch. If you only played it at launch, or if you held off because of how you felt or heard about Diablo 3 launch, definitely go back, give it another try. It is so much better and so satisfying. I mean, at the end of the day, it is just a action RPG, an isometric one, but it's so satisfying to click on monsters. They explode the way monsters should. Why not? Do we like these shoulders? Where are we? Oh, 57. Alright, things have slowed down a smidge. Let's sell some
today.
gems
Please
here.
look, you won't be disappointed.
Alright, let's take a look at our skills again. Let's see here. Bone spikes, we finally get everything. Blood spikes. Interesting. Enemies heal you. Grim Scythe. What's Blood Scythe? Heal. Siphon. Drain life. Generates 15% siphon. I think we're going to stick with the stun. I mean, it's kind of like Splinters is just the best rune for Witch Doctor darts. So let's see here. Yep, I think we just want to stick with Singularity. Just that big mage is awesome. So this Nova, it's super hard to position it right. Oh, that's interesting. Unstable compound. Tendril Nova. It's just a healing one. Patch of Blight. Half the range, but more damage. 10% health. 450, 25 yards. Interesting. I mean, we're going to stick with the Skeleton Mage on 2. But maybe we want to scoot him. No, we want to keep the menagerie. I like those skeletons. Army of the Dead is neat. What else do we got? Land of the Dead. All corpse skills can be used at will for 10 seconds. What are corpse skills? Oh. Ooh. Okay. Corpse Lance. Summon projectiles. Yeah, it feels like there's two ways it wants you to go. It either wants you to go all in on managing corpses or just being a ranged character. So right now we have duration extension and we need our cheat death. So swift harvesting is the one that could be something else. Let's see what we got. Increase at max essence. Not great since we have the thing that just drains it all. While using a scythe, we're not using a scythe. 1% damage bonus for each enemy afflicted by one of your curses. Your curses cost... What are curses? Hang on. Primary, secondary, corpses, reanimation, curses. Oh, wow. Okay, these are new. Decrepify. Crippling curse that reduces enemy units' move speed. Reduces damage So, leech, curse the target area, cripple enemies, heal the attacker, and a crippling curse that kills enemies with less than 15. Ooh. Scent of blood, take 15% increased damage, explode. Curses all enemies within 15 yards. Increased by half your gold pickup radius. Hang on. Hang on. Can we put Thing of the Deep on here? Alright. I think instead of Army of the Dead, we are going to put... What is Blood and Bone? Bone Armor, Bone Spirit, Simulacrum. We are going to throw that Aura of Frailty on 4 and see if that does anything cool for us. Oh, okay, it's just spread out from me.
Not enough essence.
Alright, hang on. Can we get Thing of the Deep on here? No. Okay, alright. Let's rock.
Embrace your power, and you will survive.
These creatures won't go down easily.
Okay, this feels pretty insane. Definitely feels like something has changed.
Rathma has blessed me.
And it's not just the pylon that gave me the 400%
The
speed.
night embraces you.
That curse. First of all, that curse wants you to be right up on things. So we're gonna need a playstyle that supports being right next to stuff. But in addition to just hang on. Okay, so I can take damage now. That was me standing in the middle of 3 exploding molten elites and losing about a quarter of my life. So we're getting to the point where it's relevant, and I will have to actually start playing the game and not just mindlessly clicking. And that might mean that I get a little quieter. But hopefully, it won't be too bad.
All must serve the
But yeah, this aura that kills things within 15 yards of me at 15% health is just fantastic. I'm in love with it. So we got 10 friends coming with us. And everybody else running in fear. They can't handle it.
Your death nears.
Knockback's a hell of a thing.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Alright, let's... Perendi. Oh, boy. Skeletons doing work.
I am returning to town.
Your skill.
Are we 60 yet? No. 59. It's slowing down. Pretty sure we're going to do that. The extra move speed. No, can't get rid of that helm just yet. What is this? Riveted Tide? Oh, it's level 60 gear. I got you. I got you. I mean, it might be time.
Hey, lady, I got some new things. You should take a look.
Alright, so this says you are emitting an aura that applies a crippling curse that kills enemies within 15 yards with less than 15% health. And it's increased by half my gold pickup range. Alright.
Are you strong enough?
I mean, one of the things that I'm enjoying about this playstyle is it very much encourages you to use the resources from the last fight and carry that through to the current fight. Which is something that feels very good, that you're turning the forces of hell against each other in a way. It's a pretty satisfying experience. Here, blow all this stuff up, get our speed boost. There we go. Alright, that was dry socket. Alright.
I need essence.
What I really need is something that's going to deal just constant damage over time to nearby enemies. And what that is that's the Thunder Fury. Thunder Fury will do it just for undead at least. And just be awesome. Because it'll just tick down, you attack an enemy once, they start ticking down from Thunder Fury, and then they are easy pickings.
My power has grown.
Torment the Reckoner. It's a very apt name. Oh, I need a pet. I can turn a pet on and collect all this gold for me. That's why I'm running around stupid. We'll get a pet after this, kids. It'll be nice. I'll let you vote.
All must serve the cycle.
Very frustrating to keep an eye on what's going on here.
A chance for glory.
Oh, thank God. Legendary dropped after I hit 60.
Not enough essence.
What is the active? I guess there is no active, it's just constantly out there. See a pylon and I don't know what it is, but it's upsetting.
Your death nears.
Yeah, I need a thing of the deep is what I need.
This world can abide you no longer.
you just have so many crowd control options here, where you have stuns on your primary skill, and your make new friends power also fears enemies. And if you put a pandemonium loop on this guy, it would just be all of the crowd control. So Illusionist, the affix, causes them to split, and each one has a tiny sliver of health. So I'm curious if Illusionist just makes them evaporate when Frailty kicks in. Alright, so that's 61. Time to get the Kool-Aid going. Kool-Aid! Boom. Kool-Aid was the first legendary potion, and it's easily the best one. Just not only in flavor, is that there's Zoltan Cool, you have the Kool-Aid, but it lets you bust through Waller affix, lets you bust through walls. Like Kool-Aid does. You know? It's a dumb joke, but Diablo 3 is full of dumb jokes. Plenty of monk stuff references Street Fighter 2. I like that they're not afraid to just straight up have other things mentioned. Alright, where is the boss? Where is Sactress? Hello, Sactress. Oh. The skeleton power only mostly killed him. Looks like we got some work to do. Alright, 61 should unlock one or two things, I think. Let's talk to Orc. Yeah.
You look like you could use a new item of...
Ooh, Firewalkers. Please don't be Iron Toe Mud Sputters. Please be Firewalkers. Yes! Firewalkers. Excellent. Belt is just an upgrade. Straight upgrade. So, okay. So he can use two-handed weapons, because here's a two-handed staff, and it's not locked out. So it looks like they can. Those are pretty good gloves. We might be able to roll them into the trifecta. Alright. So everything else is pretty standard. We can get some Warzashans on. That's nice. That's twice as high level. They're Dex, which is not super, but I can roll them to something useful. So I will re-roll those. Anything else? Anything else? They're all blacked out. All blacked out. Gems. All right. Looking good. It's do we have that one? So this is something interesting that I found a long time ago. I found just recently, but it's been true for a long time. So you see those little gold stars on next to the secondary abilities. One of them's a little lighter than the other. That's the item's special legendary ability. And if you already have it cubed, it fills that in. And if you don't have it cubed, as you can see here, it is grayed out. So that is a quick way to know whether or not something is safe to be smelted or needs to be protected. We're going to enchant these gauntlets, because they're pretty standard. 6% crit, you know, vitality and all res. We're just going to ugh, that's a terrible int roll. That's better. Alright, we'll stop there. Death's breaths aren't free, kids. Alright. I think, as good as these shoulder abilities are, and it's not super, we should probably get slightly better ones. Those are not slightly better. Those are actually worse despite being 12 levels higher. There we go. That is super generically good. And we're going to re-roll. It's so good, we're going to re-roll gold to pickup radius. I think it can roll pickup radius. It cannot. Oh, yes, there it is. Yes, it can. Increase gold by 1. There we go. Increase gold pickup by 2. What else is not? We need pants. Let's go get some good pants. Pants. There we go. Make some pants. Those aren't super. We're going to make 3 more sets of pants. This is what we want. We just need to change that regen to int. And we are in perfect shape. Also, let's cube this before we accidentally smelt it. Extract legendary item power. Boom. Yes.
Not what I would do, but when is that stopped you?
Alright. These pants. We need them to roll int. Oh, that's more regen. Nope. I need intelligence. Please roll intelligence. Alright. That'll do. Alright, I think we got 1 or 2 more rifts to go.
Enemies of the Nephilim surround.
Oh! Okay, so Illusionist does work exactly the way I thought it did, where just they lose. And it's just not good for them. So yeah, we got a speed boost from destroying stuff, a speed boost from a shrine, because we have 10-minute shrine effects off of a cubed gloves of worship. And 25% movement speed just in general, because that's what you want to have. And we are just mowing through what is clearly the greatest possible tile set. Oh, come back here. Oh, no, you don't. There you go. Drop nothing. You didn't even drop mats. I think the trickiest thing is there's no audio cue, it seems like, when your skeletal mage dies. And you can summon multiples. I have a rune right now that's basically you can't summon multiples, because the first one completely drains you. But you can summon multiples, so I guess they would need some sort of... They can't have an audio cue because they would overlap with whether or not they were alive or dead. but it's very, very frustrating that I don't have a real good way to tell when to recast that. I guess that's just part of the skill. Alright, we got mini hardcore mode engaged, even though we're just regular hardcore mode. Looks like I'm still pretty good at being able to just straight up tank any hit. We'll see though. Yeah, the no cast time on that.
I need essence.
Oh, don't stand in the garbage. Come on now. No cast time on that teleport is just super duper sexy. I like it a lot. Yeah, frailty is super gimmicky and not something that I should have on my bar, and will probably replace it with a good power shortly. But just the idea that all enemies start with 15% fewer health is fantastic. All the way on board with that being true.
The Rift Guardian is here.
God, this tile set's so good. Ooh, that's a new enemy, Vesalius? I like that.
I'm afraid not.
Now he's dead. Whew. And he starts with teleporter on him? Alright.
To go back.
Vesalius. Interesting.
The light grows stronger within you.
Yeah, we're starting to see it's only a 47% decrease in damage for a regular rare weapon. So, yeah, that'll happen. There we go. Seems decent. Just smelt the rest. And we shouldn't need to check again until 66, so... 70... I mean, here's the thing. If I can do two-handed... So I am in a hardcore clan, just people playing hardcore, and we are pretty good about helping each other power level through the dumb parts. Because we end up, you will die. That's part of just what makes hardcore fun, is sometimes you die. Or you advance so slowly because you refuse to put up the difficulty and you don't die, which is worse. But sometimes you're just going to die and you have to re-level. It helps that if you really push yourself, then by the time you die, you have enough gear hanging around that it's not the end of the world, and you can just re-equip yourself, since it is a gear-based game and not a skills-based or unlock type thing. Alright, so we got 10 friends. We're almost 64.
I'm afraid not.
And we're on to the arcane journey too. Conduit pylon.
Make a fine corpse.
Absolute best pylon. Someday, in my dreams, you can just have a all conduit pylon rip, and it just becomes a matter of speed rather than actual clicking, of like maximizing your paths. A second conduit pylon has approached. Oh, this is so good.
All
I
must
can't
serve
wait to
the
watch this on
cycle.
replay. Why? Keep moving. Don't know that I'm going to get to use the rest of this pylon.
You will make a
Aww.
fine corpse.
It's over. That's the most fun you can have in Diablo, is hitting double conduit
I
pylon.
need essence.
That was interesting. Ranged is a good thing. Is this back the way I came? Sure is. Alright. Yeah, it teleported just barely not far enough. It needs some other kind of upgrade.
All must serve the cycle.
Channeling pylon. Doesn't do me any good. Thank God.
I have trained well.
As much as I said I hate Morlu incinerators, I actually hate any of the web-spitting spiders more. They're just not fun. All they do is make the game slower for no benefit. There's no real way to avoid them. No way to avoid their attacks just because they do target you and have this massive, massive area of effect. There's no real way around them.
Years.
You just kind of got to tough it out. There is a monk skill that lets you completely obviate it. It's just, and ice climbers help a lot too. The boots. I've put ice climbers as my armor passive on builds that weren't real gear dependent, just because spiders suck so much.
Grave beckons.
Looks like the Mad Monarch Scepter's doing its job, keeping me in those frost or poison novas. All right, what do we got over here? I think this is the right way to go.
Decay and
All right, next enemy I kill, I'm gonna unleash a frost nova. There we go. And we got friends again. Some more. Oh, that was super useless dead end. But we can teleport around and not have to walk, so that's nice. Alright. Wow, just a ton of super small.
not enough essence. Do not fear the end.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
No.
All right.
I need to go back.
Your trial.
So it looks like that XP is starting to slow down. We're either going to need to up the difficulty or accept that it's going to be another couple hours before we hit 70. Or get a power level. Let's see here. So I can't use crossbows. Can use two-handed swords. Interesting. Alright. So do that. Red, green. Can I use two-handed axes, though, is the question.
Enemies of the surround.
This one isn't the worst tile set. Pretty interesting. The problem with it is that there are these... The choke points are actually the good part. But the problem is that there is some pathing issues, and even though it's neat looking, it's not always the best at... not always the best at communicating exactly where you are supposed to go or where you want to go. If anybody has any questions about this here Diablo game, especially how this character feels, let me know.
These creatures won't go down easy.
I think I'm gonna have to switch off of. I think it's pretty clear I'm gonna have to switch off of this talent. It's not doing enough for me compared to just. Wow, they just die though. Ah, it's so satisfying. That's so satisfying. But yeah, having the 1 second stun on, is it a full second? Yeah. Every attack stuns them for 1 full second. Which means you can just perma-stun any enemy that doesn't have a stun resist. For just on your left mouse basic attack.
That is not possible. I understand so much more now.
Yeah, you can see there's some of that just not super pathing.
All must serve the cycle.
But yeah, between the stuns and the fears, this guy is just king of the crowd control. It's funny because they just added a new affix, Juggernaut, that's just, I ignore all crowd control, forever.
Weakness consumes you.
I wish you could get more buddies, but I guess that's just too many things to have on screen.
I need essence.
I mean, the thing about those, some of his powers are based on, like, corpses on the ground let you do stuff. But, again, the problem there is that, especially in any kind of boss fight like a Rift Guardian, that's just completely worthless because it kills every other enemy on the screen when it shows up. So, how is that ever going to be profitable for you? Alright, now we're rolling. Now we got Conduit on. Run in a straight line. This is how every character usually dies is, I have conduit on, I can just run into anything. And then you forget that it runs out.
Your death nears.
Yeah, teleport's definitely... His escape is definitely the weakest part of his kit. I guess we just keep going forward. Resurrect them. Yeah, having those Warzachons makes a huge difference.
This world can abide you no longer.
Or half the time you're at 100%, 200% movement speed.
Your death nears.
Having two of these guys on the screen, the super wizards, because I have skeletal wizard, but then the rune I have on it is it drains all your essence, basically all your refillable resource, and in exchange gets a massive power boost. And that has just been so strong for me. What is Amber Wing? Aw, it's a good looking sword. Alright.
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look.
What do I have that's not level 61? There we go. Nice thick offhand now. Boots could be better, but I'll take Firewalkers where I can get them. Alright. Looking good, looking good. Everything's happy.
Hello there.
I'm not going to gamble with Kadala. I'm level 65. I know better than that. Okay, so the belt has nothing rolled on it right now, so I'm just going to roll Siphon Blood to either a neutral power or one of the things I do use. So let's turn Siphon Blood into Bone Spikes. That's a thing I have. Alright. What else? Command Skeletons is what I actually use. Revive. Can't do anything with that. I mean, I could roll into it. It's a little late now. Warzachon's already rolled. I don't really need cooldown reduction. So I'll take an additional block percent. And let's just slam a gem in there. Let's go, since we need a topaz. We'll make one out of what we have hanging around. And slide that over the stash and put a good gem, boop, right there. Nice. Yeah, because if it was a curse you had to cast, there's no way you're gonna find time to get there. You know? Alright, what was the 61 we got? So, Army of the Dead, Dead Storm. Cost 20% of your health. 15,000% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Land of the Dead. Simulacrum. Alright. What is this? Create a simulacrum. While active, your curse skills now apply all 3 curses. Your maximum essence increased by 100%. Oh! Self-sacrifice. That's nice. That's an interesting cheat death. And then we got Blood Debt coming up. Life's costs for skills are reduced by 75%. That doesn't matter. And now it also creates a simulacrum of bone, but it's reduced to 10 seconds. I don't love any of those enough to get rid of any of the skills I have. We never got off Swift Harvest. We never picked something else. So let's take a look here. What new stuff? Serration. Bone Spikes deal 1% increased damage for every... So, yeah, if you're 30 yards... A bunch. If you're 30 yards away, you can get 20% damage buff. Increase life regen. Heal for 10% of your life. Wow, that is strong. That is a strong life. Oh god, Thorns never worked, and it shouldn't work now. Let's see here. Is there anything else while using sign? I mean, the question is that 15% attack speed better than the move speed? I think for now it is. What are the good ones coming up? Pick up a health globe.
I cannot follow you.
That's super neat. I love that idea. I don't think it's ever going to trigger reliably. Now that's interesting. That is very interesting because that turns all the rest of your stuff into active cheat deaths. Alright. But for now, let's stick on Swift Harvesting. Yeah, I'm liking this pet mix. Alright, kids. We're going to take a short intermission. And when we come back, we will grind the last 5 levels needed to get from 65 to 70, and you can see a fully armed and operational Necromancer. We will be right back. Alright, folks, and we are back. We're playing as the Necromancer, and hard has just slowed us down just a bit too much. So we're going to go to Torment 1 and see how we survive in that. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do this, but also we're going to change this shield. It's just too big. Can't see anything. So we're going to transmog that shield to something nice. Something pretty. Something little, I think. Little and not glowing. There we go. Or little and glowing. It's still nice. Alright, so we're gonna go in, see how fast we die. Ooh, okay, so we're gonna have to play pretty smart, pretty careful. We got a lot of monsters around doing knockback and being royal pain. Enemies aren't dying as fast as we'd probably like.
Weakness consumes you.
They should have run when they had the chance.
That might have been just a bad spawn, bad selection. God, that's so cool. Enemies are just then dead. Very good.
Not enough essence.
Alright, so we can't quite stand in the garbage. Oh boy. You might be in a heap of trouble, kids. Waller Arcane is no funsies. I think we're going to have to change that rune. I just don't think Vex is doing enough for us. So we're going to change that to something... Ooh, a scythe. Alright, hang on. We're going to change Frailty. We're going to get a Golem. Just having another soldier on the field. It's a good time.
I need essence.
Yeah, having that skeleton nuke is just so vital to being able to do what you want to do.
That is not possible.
And it just clears out the whole mess. And those fears are just going to be exactly what you need to get through.
Decay and rot.
Yeah, that skeleton cooldown doesn't seem to have a cooldown. It's just limited by the number of skeletons you can gin up, and you're getting a full set every 14 seconds. So we're gonna click through here. Oh boy.
I must wait.
Okay, that went much better. Golem is definitely the way to go. Just stitch together guy. There is a problem with the golem, is that he's not,
Nears.
That needs to recharge.
oh boy, frozen.
I have trained well.
There is a problem with the golem, is that he's not the best at being something you want to trigger over and over. Oh man, but he's just got this AoE freeze. That is crazy pants. Yeah, you just want to keep your wizards. Make sure your wizards are always... Oh! Goblin, 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 goblin. This is how you die, by the way, right here. Is having a goblin and chasing him around. What did he drop? Alright, we're getting Lego drops now. Those legendaries, those brown poop beans. Yeah. Yeah, those sacrifices into the fears, into the freezes.
I must wait.
Just super duper strong. Yeah, definitely my basic attack is not doing anything anymore. Nothing useful.
That was all of them.
Oh, let's see here. But it's basically all about just keeping wizards summoned and doing what you can there. We are just going nuts on the... Yeah, I think on the wizard action, you're gonna want to keep the strongest wizard you can on the field, just because you gain life so fast, or you gain essence so fast that having a second one show up mid combat is just this amazing force multiplier. Yeah, his freeze on command, and then the skeletons coming in. It almost feels like he almost plays a little like a Crusader, where he's got this cooldown issue to juggle and manage. Oh good, the golem has the same idiotic stand there and not attack thing that the guard had for the Rift Doctor.
Fine corpse.
We'll just keep moving through. Pretty satisfied right now with how things are going. We got through one level, we'll get through another in just a moment. The big question is, how are we going to do on the Rift Guardian? These trash mobs are one thing, but guys designed to be fought solo or something else entirely. I don't know how I'd be doing anything without Haunt of Vaxo basically tripling the spells I'm casting.
No. The night embraces you.
And then I'm not sure if you even want to be you want to be in the front there. So I'm just talking through stuff, guys. If you have any opinions, hit me with them. I'll try out pretty much any build you have in mind. Oh dear, that's quite a few enemies.
That needs to recharge.
Not enough essence.
They have walled me in, but I will
My
teleport
master
out.
would take pride in this.
There we go. Scared everyone away. Send them all at Lady.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Hey, Rift Guardian's here. Where is he? Agnadox. Agnadox, you ain't shit. He did. Alright, we got some goodies off that run. Let's go back to where it's safe. I love this like phantom homing pads effect from your guys.
Your skill
Alright.
has grown.
What are we at? 68. So we got about 16 ticks to go. I'm just gonna smelt all this. It's all bad. We're gonna check out the Book of Cain. Is that a scorn? That, my friends, is a scorn, and I am super jazzed about that. That is a great scorn. Materials, it's just garbage. Justice Lantern. That is a way big upgrade. So we'll do that. And Tragul's Corroded Fang ain't much right now. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to remove this gem. Alright, so we got 223 DPS, 236, but we were on 4.7 toughness down to 2.8. I just can't justify that right now. So we're going to go back to what we had. Yeah. Yep. Alright, materials might always garbage. Well, if I can get to, I think it's still cheap under 70, even if it's over 61. If I can get to, what do we roll away? I think we roll that away into sockets. I'll give it one more spin. Ah, there we go. Alright. 3 socket Tyrael Might is going to be better. Because that, the Shimizu's Hori is just, it's impossible to trigger. So let's get that out of there. Let's throw a Justice Lantern in. Let's equip the Tyrael's Might. And I already have one Corroded Fang that's level 70. This one is 16. Yeah. So, well, this can be, that can go into the cube.
With you. He'll put you to sleep with all of his blathering.
So we will transmute that away. Good times. Done. Oops, page 1. And we will get our emerald action going. We need 4, 5, 6 of these to turn into 2 more of those, which should give us 1 flawless royal at the end of it. Something to toss away for if we ever want to make a Dex character. Alright. Feeling pretty good. We just gotta get 9 or so more ticks. Which I think we can do. Gosh, that's a lot of bad guys. Now they all work together.
Mighty adversary is before us.
This world can abide you no longer.
My essence is too low.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Avenger Fast is probably one of the most annoying combos you can have. Okay, I'm starting to get into the feel of this character where you kind of have to juggle how many things you have handy.
I'm afraid not. Not enough essence.
Rooftop. Alright. This is a little out of control. I need to teleport, regroup. Looks like my golem can't actually go through that door. So you gotta keep a skeletal wizard just active all the time. Because he is so good.
All must serve the cycle.
It's fear stun, over and over.
My essence is too low.
Just keep them coming. Keep them bodies going.
Do not fear the end.
Yeah, the attacks are actually pretty nice, you know. Feels good. The fact that his basic attack is an AoE stun is just feels very strong, very good. And he just has all of the crowd control in the world. Sucks up corpses. I feel like, okay, so in this particular situation, it would be awesome to have something that triggers off having lots of corpses on the battlefield. And I guess there are ways to create corpses using your skills, but I feel like you're going to be pulled into taking suboptimal runes just to ensure that you're going to have those corpses available to you. Let's see what we got down here. Got some more bad guys. And we'll turn them into good guys. Turn them into friends. We'll wait to summon that wizard until after that shield has gone down. But yeah, if you have a single target that doesn't have any sort of stun resist, then you're just set. You can just perma-block everything.
This world can abide you no longer.
I need essence.
Keep those wizards coming. You know, I think you can have more than one at
That
once.
is not possible.
Feel like that's true. Oh boy, yeah, I'm done with this mess.
All must serve the cycle.
This mess, Not having it. Not interested. Look at that fast cooldown.
afraid not.
All must serve the sun.
Oh boy, I've aggroed 3 mobs at
My
once.
essence is too low.
That is not ideal.
Look at that.
No.
Do not fear the end.
So now you want to use your corpse recovery tools as crowd control. Interesting. I like it.
The night embraces you.
I'd be very curious when the really high-ranking players get up to it and actually crunch the numbers as to what exactly the best thing to resurrect is. His escape is... I thought it was bad because it didn't have a jump on it the way that witch doctors or wizards do, but holy cow, it is just super duper strong. At just being super slow cooldown and super high impact. Just fear everything forever. I don't know about this vortex fire chains nonsense. That's not my idea of a good time.
I'm afraid not.
I'm trying to think what this character's like counters would really be, because you can't lock him in somewhere. You can't really stun him in that kind of way, or make him in a bad situation, because you can always just whoop, I'm out. Something that can really deal with pets, maybe. You know, it looks like he can't really put out a ton of damage on his own. And the early reports were that at higher levels he does get super duper squishy, which I can kind of see. He doesn't have... Like, bone armor is awesome, but it is not something that you really can use
The Rift Guardian is here.
the way you might want to. Goody, it's Grime.
I need essence.
We'll just freeze you solid. Alright. Rhyme's dead. Let's see.
I need to go back.
Okay. We got everybody feared. We got a tick and a half to get to 70, and that is going to help a lot.
I have
There we
trained
go.
well.
Now that we are 70, all this gear is now available to us. Watch this. Okay. That's so weird that he can use Zunies and Vrins and like tall mans and stuff. Alright. So, let's see here. And it's not gonna break my heart to throw a couple int pieces over there. Okay, so that's everything. We need gloves. What do we have for gloves? We have 2 different Ashiras. This one's way better. Although that's way more toughness. Plus 100. What do we think? 10% damage or 20% toughness? I think right now we're going to need a little more toughness. Pants. I see no chest. Friends is awesome. That's just a easy, straight swap. Boom. Boom. Staff of Chiroptera, 74% damage boost, but I don't understand. Alright. Blood Brother, 50% damage boost, two-hander. Not yet. Oh, wow, was I not using a... Alright. Zuni's Finger Wraps. I don't need more toughness. Let's go over here. Okay, so I don't need a Staff of Chiroptera. These Finger Wraps are not significantly better. Anything else? Jades is, that's an upgrade. It's an upgrade, so we'll take it. Don't need those Ashiras. These Poxfalds are legit. Except I can't really switch Plague Toads because they're... Alright, these are just better Firewalkers, so that's an easy swap. Leorix is useless at this point. That's right, I was wearing a level 8 helm the entire time. So that's a big boost. I don't need... I love buff bracers. Immune to stun and knockback is so strong, but it does not have the right rolls, really. And Warzachons are awesome. Second Vryn doesn't help me, and Vryn's not exactly a great set anyway. Hergdash is... That's just a wizard thing, but it is a straight upgrade. Gold Wrap's neat. I will never use Ransler's Folly. And it's in the cube, so I can really just smelt it. Let's see here. Wait, hang on. Does that have... No, I already re-rolled Vite. I can't get anything better on it. Mad Monarchs. That's going to go over here for when I need to power level. Same with this thing. Actually, we're going to throw that there along with that. So now I got my non-season power leveling kit right here. Why? It's just good. It's just big numbers. And they are super big numbers. Wirt's Necklace. I can't give up the... I mean... Ugh. I think I have to. I'll just find a spot for Bane of the Powerful elsewhere. Gotta get rid of that Hellfire Ring. Let's see here. Those are just better. There's that. There's that. Alright. What do we got for smelting? Boom, boom, boom. Don't need non-legendary Shiras. Don't need Vryn. Don't need level 59. Don't need a Ransler's Folly right now. Alright, now we can spend a little more time on this stuff. Let's de-gem some things. There we go. Let's get that gem gone, that gem gone. Anything else got gem in it? That gem gone. Alright. So now we can poke around with rings for a bit. I mean, okay, if we roll the cold over to crit, then these bracers are just kind of good. They're not great. And Blood Brother 63% boost is just... I don't know that I can justify not having that. Now it's only 35. At 36% toughness. Wow, 20 million toughness. How did that happen? Alright. We'll just do that. Alright. Because I don't really want to use Cursed Scythe as a skill on my bar, so I don't know that it gets any bonuses. Let's throw that over there. And these can go away. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Whoops. Let's repair that. And let's forge a phylactery. So this is something neat you can do in case you're ever, if you're ever overloaded with mats and just don't know what to do. It's a good problem to have. You can spend a ton of resources, including 25 death breaths a shot, to make yourself some legendary phylacteries. What do we got here? Your cold skills reduce movement speed. Your movement speed is increased. Crit damage, command skeleton damage. It's not the worst. It's not the worst.
I'm not as bad as I look. Really. Stop taking away.
Okay. That's not useful. That's not useful information. Okay. So Messerschmitt's just bad. That's a ally weapon, if ever I've seen it. Okay, so what is okay, so we got belt, belt, belt. We're gonna be sliding that over there. What other belts do we have? I think that's the only 3 belts. So, just worse and irrelevant. Probably irrelevant and a lot worse. And completely worthless. I don't know why I even have this. So, toss those back. Gold wrap has its uses. But not... I do have that, right? Yeah. Not all the time. All right. Amulets. Amulet. 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 Are those the only amulets? Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring. Ring, 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 ring. Okay. Worse. Hang on. Let me go over here. All right. Worse. Way worse. Worse. Not terrible. No socket, but I don't know. The duration reduction is just too strong. Alright, so what we have here is a strength ring, so most things are going to be way better. The question is how much better. Broken Promises, that's gross. Gross boost, but no socket. Goodbye. Compass Rose, Wailing Host, Compass Rose, Litany. So these are something you can't really use yet. You're going to need a lot more legendaries. But in the meantime, it's just solid. It's just a super solid ring. And I think, for the time being, we're going to use that as the baseline for what a ring should be, because the Hellfire isn't giving us any useful information. Wailing Host is way better, but it doesn't have a socket. Compass Rose. Both of these seem strong. This one's legendary and has the move speed still on it. This one does not have the move speed, and neither of them have sockets. So that's not super. That's just bad and a Witch Doctor item anyway. Ring of Emptiness. Alright, so it's a damage boost, but I don't know. How much better is it than the Justice Lantern? Tons. Okay. Alright. So that's a Witch Doctor item. Another Compass Rose.
Surely there is someone out there who would
And this one
benefit from
does
my
have a
aid
socket
right
on
now.
it. It's kind of a downgrade, but I mean, there's no reason to take the downgrade there. And Ring of Emptiness, 10% downgrade is ridiculous. I need to change that resource cost reduction to something useful, but I already rolled a socket onto it. Zunies. Meaningless. That's a witch doctor item, I guess. So we will smelt those two. That just gets degemmed. That gets degemmed and thrown back in. We definitely want that, and it looks like we're only going to be able, for the time being, unless... Oh, no, we can't. We can't. Sucks. Okay. So let's go over to Witch Doctor, toss those back in the Witch Doctor pile, along with the Legendary Compass Rose, Wailing Host. Alright. So those are smeltable. All that is. Unity. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's go over here, grab that. Meanwhile, Unity needs to go on my follower, along with his follower cannot die, post-haste. Alright. So, we will smelt these up. We will grab our highest, or our second highest, whatever, it doesn't matter as long as it's 26. Bane of the Powerful. So now we got Bane of the Powerful and Enforcer going. We got a Blood Brother attacking 1.15 times a second. Toss that back in. Toss that back in. Okay, so we're rocking 800 and 99. Everybody remember those numbers. 800, 99. We are now rocking 875, 14. I think that's solid proof that we don't need this Blood Brother. Now, what is Cursed Scythe rune for Grim Scythe? Alright, so what is Grim Scythe? There's Grim Scythe, it's primary attack. So if we use it, if we are using Grim Scythe, then the 100% chance, and we deal 153% damage. So what does Cursed Scythe look like? Slash with a summoned scythe in front of you. Alright. That's poison. I think we want to go all poison here. Let's do that. Let's just make a poison build. So, there we go. I think we just take a Decay Golem. We are good to go. We got one more slot now. Let's see here. Alright, so this is what I'm going with. We're going with faster attacking on your primary skills, longer duration mages and revives, our cheat death since we're on hardcore, and then we're going to be nice and fast too. All right. So next, let's take a look here. Since it looks like we're gonna have to get a little more up close and oh god, we took Simulacrum. Let's switch that back fast.
Please take me with you. These villagers are terribly dull.
Okay. Now we got two charges of it. Now we have your so we don't have a stun. So let's see what ring we can put on there. Oh, we have to put Unity on there because we gave a Unity to Cormac. Okay. Kadala, please help me. Let's see here. What do I have that's not legendary? I do have... Wow, most of this stuff. Oh, I need bracers. Alright, we're gonna buy some bracers. How many are we buying? A bunch.
Don't forget, luck always changes.
Here we go.
See you soon.
I cannot afford
Wow! Wow! Thanks, Kadala. What the... That is... awful. Alright. Well, that was a huge waste. Let's do a Greater Rift. We're not doing Torment 8. Let's do... Master. And we'll empower it. Okay, here we go.
Strong enough to survive the trials?
So we're running through this rift. Still using basic attacks on everything. Probably a mistake. We should probably be learning how to use our powers. Except there we go. Alright. So we got friends now. And our friends... Alright. Let's see here. Alright, the range on this side is not great. Which makes me kind of want that, Vex passive aura.
This world can abide you
Now.
no longer.
But this makes me a far, far more melee-based class than I was.
All must serve the cycle.
Let's get wizards going. Oh, they don't move. Now they don't move. Okay.
May be strong, but I will not stand down.
Now it's more of an area denial thing. Alright. Got it.
Do not fear the end.
Okay. Alright.
No.
These, poison wizards are not good. The fact that they don't move or track a target means they just are bad against most things.
This world can abide you no longer.
I guess they'll be fine against bosses, because bosses don't move around too much, but... I have my doubts. I have my doubts, folks. But I'm able to get curses going even when they're not cursed. The skeletons doing the sacrifice thing is still
I'm afraid
amazing.
not.
Alright, we got ourselves a shield pile on there, I hope. But yeah, this poison mage is garbage. Doesn't do anything that I want it to do. I guess it like, what's weird is that in a PvP MOBA, like if this was Zool in Heroes of the Storm, it would be fantastic. Just this amazing heavy damage area denial. But in a single player or co-op game like this, it's just not good.
Do not fear the end.
Alright, let's see here. Get some more bad guys. I guess you can set them up and make the enemies run through them for the ones that chase you. Sure, I'll be able to find better uses for them, but as it stands, I really dislike it.
The Rift Guardian.
Rift Guardian, back this way.
I need a corpse.
You have triumphed.
Interesting. Okay. Where are you, Ashira? Or Urshi? Alright.
I'm here to help.
Alright, Urshi. What do we got? Gem of Ease. Band Trapped. Gem of Ease. Yep, Gem of Ease it is. Wow, that has never happened before. 5 straight 60% rolls going my way.
Go back.
Never, ever, ever happened. That is unheard of. Not getting screwed on what should be easy rolls. That is what Urshi does. Oh, I gotta talk to Orek. Turn all that into parts. Alright, give me some good bracers for once. Ready?
That's too bad.
Nope. Even worse. I hate you. I hate you, Kadala. Alright, what's next? We're gonna change that skill. That skeletal mage is god-awful. Since you gotta be so close, Death Nova seems strong. Especially because it can go wide. Damage. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. We don't need really all that much magic. All that much essence. So I'm thinking we just go back to singularity. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with singularity. So we'll go up to Torment 1.
I wish you luck, hero.
This seems like it's working much better. Just having that extra set of blasting on the field. Oh God, they can. Okay, so I was wondering about this. I was waiting to see exactly how it works because we don't really have a test realm. But your skeletons can take ranged hits. So a ranged hit will impact and stop at a skeleton, which is great news for people who do not want to get hit by ranged stuff and are tired of dodging. Yeah, it basically comes down to just, you know... Boom! Yeah. Run through, res corpses. I like it. Overall, I have few complaints. Managing essence is kind of a pain, but it's fine.
Decay and rot.
Alright, what do we got here? So yeah, we're just clicking around. If you have any questions or if things are a little too confusing for you, let me know. Otherwise, I will just keep on clicking. The most beautiful and interactive version of Cookie Clicker ever made. Thanks, Blizz.
I need essence. You will make a fine corpse.
Yeah, not passively regenerating essence is probably a good thing, all things considered.
This world can abide you no longer.
Alright, now we're in business. All you dumb dogs. I'm with you. I will show the witch doctor how we do it. This is what a conduit should feel like. Oh my goodness.
Weakness consumes you.
That was, oh, it's very, very satisfying. Everything dead. Double elite packs, don't care. Like an owlbear, don't care.
The grave beckons.
Yeah, I think you do want to make sure that at least somebody who you've rezzed is
You will make a fine corpse.
is a ranged creature, like so. So that if an enemy is off the edge or out of reach, you can go get them. But overall, seems pretty straightforward.
The grave beckons.
I can see this without taking any of the ranged abilities. This is super annoying that you have enemies that run from you.
Do not fear the end.
Yeah, bringing the whole menagerie with you is super, super fun. I got zero complaints about it.
The Rift Guardian has
Whoa! Yeah. Set piece, huh? Interesting. Alright, Urshi, what do we got? No new gems dropped. So what are we upgrading? Those are equipped. They have 0% chance. So we're just gonna take this Gem of Ease where it needs to be. Ah, come on. Come on. That's Urshi.
I need to go back.
Alright, bad mask. Worse mempo than the one I have. Set helm. Okay. What is it? Inarius's understanding. Okay. So, decent rolls. We'll turn that life per hit into crit chance, and it'll be fine. Bone armor damage increased by 1,000. Additional 2% reduction per enemy hit. Swirling tornado of bone. All right, so I need to complete this set just so I can activate a tornado of bone. I'm on board with this. I'm 1,000% on board with this. Let's go to her thing. We'll just hang on to that for now. And these are all bad. I mean, that spear is fine, I guess. Here. Just so you don't embarrass yourself. There's that.
This will aid me.
Oh, I gotta talk to Oric. Yep. Cure. Smelt. God, why does this even roll without... Okay. So let's see here. All right, let's see if there's a better weapon than, because like, okay, the furnace is the best in slot always. There's never going to be at any sort of high end play. There's never going to be a better thing to put there than the furnace. But we're on this super gimmicky poison build, so let's see if we can't find something that reinforces that. Shrine effect, heal. Holy damage, blocking. Ooh. So that's interesting. Because, oh, that's interesting. Cinder Switch, Coven, Envious, Yu Jang Do, Fulminator, Defender Westmarch. Ooh, both of those are cool. Hack, Ingeom, Attack with Siphon. Alright. Rimside deals an addition for each point of essence lost time. That's what I have equipped. Okay, so this thing just cares about cold damage. I think... Yeah, that's nothing interesting. No combo between those two. Let's see here. We're looking for something that's like casting a lightning skill charges you with lightning. So we're looking for something like Schaefer's Hammer, but for poison. No. Trigger poison. I really want a Shard of Hate, and I have no idea how to get one. I've been trying for 7 seasons now. Angelic Assistance, Soul Smasher, Spear of Heidel. Oh. Melee attacks, Sands of Varakas, Drag to You. I mean, the only thing is now we could have Trag'Oul on there and just run a different weapon that we liked better. Wall of Man, Wizard Spike, yeah. So it's either going to be the Furnace or Tragul's Corroded Fang. We don't need Gloves of Worship if we're going to be inside Greater Rifts, so we can find a more useful thing. Gold Wrap, Harrington's, Hexing. Hexing? Interesting. Illusory Boots, Insatiable, Iron Toe, Crowns. Crowns is solid, just for that move bonus. Fire skills. Ooh, that's neat. Your golem sheds a corpse every second. That is dope. Poxfalds, just generic. Skeleton Mage gains the effective Gift of Death, which doesn't help us. Reaper's Wraps. Reaper's Wraps ain't bad. You know, they're kind of the, you know, the default. If you don't have anything that specifically affects your build, Reaper's Wraps are legit. Seabor, Sanguinary. Yeah, probably gonna stick with Crumbs for now. It's just more generically useful. And then that Unity with Leor or Cormac having his own Unity is just doubling your damage ability. Solid. So yeah, wow, that's not a bad look for a Necromancer. I ain't mad at it. So yeah, that's Diablo 3's Necromancer. I hope you had as much fun exploring how exactly they work, how they do their shticks, as I did. And I will see you guys next week, probably with Netrunner. But hey, maybe we get back into Diablo a little bit. Thanks again, and have a great week, everyone.